friends, good morning to all. In today's lecture, we are going to see a spectrum of a non-rigid rotator. So in the last lecture, we have seen the non-rigid rotator. So in the non-rigid rotator, we have seen three relations: B, then R, that is a bond length. Okay, so we have seen the bond length, that is R, is inversely proportional to the rotational constant, or vice versa. That is, rotational constant is inversely proportional to the bond length of the molecule. Then again, we have seen one relation: B is decreasing with increase in the J value. So B, J and R, all three are interrelated. B is inversely proportional to the bond length and B is inversely proportional to the J. B decreases with increase in J value. So when we rotate the molecule undergoes simultaneously the vibrations, and due to the vibrational motion, due to the stretching and the compression, the bond length of the molecule is not exact, but we can measure it is in the form of a average value. So that points we have learnt earlier. So we will see in today's lecture the spectrum of a non-rigid rotator. So let's start. So, as a Schrödinger wave equation for the non-rigid molecule, the rotational energy levels are found to be capital EJ. Capital E represents the energy is in the joules, and the small j represents the rotational quantum number, or you can say that it is a rotational energy level number. It will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So, capital EJ is equal to h square upon 8 pi square I into j in a bracket j plus 1. This is the first term. Minus h raised to 4 j square in a bracket j plus 1 bracket square divided by 32 pi raised to 4 I square r square k. So, this is the energy equation which was derived from a Schrödinger equation for the non-rigid molecule, and this equation is the energy calculation is in joules. So we want to convert this value in the per centimeter. So how that can be converted? So just by dividing HC. So this is the value of capital EJ and we want the small EJ, that is the rotational energy in terms of the unit per centimeter, and that can be doing like just divide by the EJ value with SC. So we have the EJ value and we want to divide that by SC. So when we divide this, h square divided by 8 pi square I into HC. So HH will get cancelled and the remaining equation is h upon 8 pi square IC. So our B value is h upon 8 pi square IC. So just I have written here B in a bracket, B into J in bracket J plus 1. So this is the first term we got after just dividing by SC to the equation number, suppose this is equation number A, and we have to divide this equation by just SC to convert the equation from joule to the per centimeter. So this is our first term. That term is reduced to this Bj in bracket J plus 1 minus h raised to 4 J square in bracket J plus 1 bracket square divided by 32 pi raised to 4 I square r square k. This is as it is, and we have to divide this term by SC. So here is divided by SC. So here is h raised to 4 and here is h. One h get cancelled. So the remaining part will be written here. Bj into j plus 1 as it is minus h cube j square in a bracket j plus 1 bracket square divided by 32 pi raised to 4 I square r square into k into c. H get cancelled. So this is the equation. Now we have to reduce this equation in the form of a centrifugal distortion constant, that is a capital D. Because the molecule continuously rotates, it has a continuously rotating motion, that is a centrifugal force is acting on that molecule. So we have taken the distortion constant or the centrifugal distortion constant, that is a capital D. So I am writing equation again. Ej is equal to this term as it is, Bj in a bracket j plus 1 minus, we have to reduce this equation. So this part is as it is, j square in a bracket j plus 1 bracket square. So here is a d. So what is equal to d? D is equal to h cube divided by 32 pi raised to 4 I square r square k into c. This is the value of d. So just write equation like this, and this is our first equation. Now I have written here, see, the value of d is h cube divided by 32 pi raised to 4 I square into r square into c into k. So this is in per centimeter, because our B rotational constant is also in the per centimeter. So D is a centrifugal distortion constant and its value is always positive. So it is a positive quantity. And B is a rotational constant. Then we know the force constant equation, which we have seen earlier also. K is equal to 4 pi square omega bar square mu into c square. So here pi is constant, omega bar is the vibrational frequency, mu is a reduced mass, and c is the velocity of light. So we know the value of k. Before that, we want to find out again the d value, and then we will find out the relation between d and k. So d is equal to, just write the equation as it is here, okay, and multiply and divide the equation 2, so this is our equation 2, by 16 pi square IC square. So we have to multiply and divide this equation by 16 pi square into IC square. So just I have written equation here, d value is taken as it is here, into multiplied and divided by 16 pi square IC square. So just write the equation and give the number to that equation, is equation number 4. Now d is equal to, just take this 16 value here, it will be 16 h cube divided by 32 into 16, what will be the value? It is 512. Okay, so I have written here 512. That pi raised to 4 is here, and here is a pi raised to 2. So pi raised to 4 into pi raised to 2, it will be pi raised to 6 into I square into I, it will be I cube, and here is a c and here is a c square. So overall value is c into c square, it is a c cube. So just I have written all the values, 16 h cube divided by 32 into 16, it is equal to 512. Pi raised to 4 into pi raised to 2, it is a pi raised to 6. Then I raised to 2 into I, it is I cube, and c into c square, it is a c cube. So remaining values will be written as it is, this pi square IC square here, and divided by r square into k. This r square taken here and k is okay. So this is the equation of d. We have to simplify it again. So d is equal to, now I am writing this equation in the simplified manner so that further simplification is easy. So d is equal to 16 into h cube divided by 8 cube. So we know 8 cube is 512. So I have written that value. 8 cube into pi square raised to 3 into c cube into I cube. So just here 16h cube divided by 8 cube into pi square raised to 3 into I cube into c cube. So I have written all the values here. into remaining terms as it is, pi square I c square divided by r square k. Now see here, all the terms are in the form of a raised to power 3. So just take the cube of all the values and rewrite the equation as like this: 16 in bracket h upon 8 into pi squared into c into I, and bracket is to 3 is there, and this part is written as it is here. Okay, so 16 in bracket h upon 8 pi square I c bracket is to 3 into pi square I c square divided by r square k. This is the equation, and we know the value of capital B, that is a rotational constant, which is equal to h upon 8 pi square I c. So just write here the capital B and rewrite the equation as 16b cube, and this part as it is, pi square I c square divided by r square into k. Now we know the definition of the moment of inertia, and which is equal to mu r square. So mu is a reduced mass and r is a bond length. So just write the value of the moment of inertia in this equation. So we will get the equation like this: d is equal to 16b cube into pi square into mu r square into c square divided by r square k. So see here, r square and r square both terms are get cancelled, and the remaining equation will be as like this: 16b cube into pi square into mu into c square divided by k. So this is our equation number 6, and we know the value of k. K is a force constant, and whose value is here 4 pi square omega bar square mu c square. So just write this value in equation 6. After writing this here, equation 6 will become 16b cube pi square mu c square divided by 4 pi square omega bar square mu c square. So just cancel the similar terms. Pi square get cancelled, mu and mu get cancelled, c square and c square get cancelled. So remaining equation will be 16b cube divided by 4 omega bar square. So just write equation like this and give the number. It is 7th equation. So again here 4 is to 16. What will be the answer? It is a 4. So d is equal to 4b cube divided by omega bar square. So this is the value of a d, that is a centrifugal distortion constant. So d is equal to 4b cube divided by omega bar square. So by using this equation we can calculate either the vibrational frequency, then the rotational constant, or the distortion constant when any of two values are given. See here, here is one diagram in which we can see that the change in the rotational energy levels and the spectrum when passing from a rigid to a non-rigid diatomic molecule. And the energy levels on the right are calculated using d is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 b. So see, here are the two diagrams are given, or the two transition state, two types of transitions are shown. See here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here J value is going to increase and the spacing between lines is also going to increase. In case of the rigid rotator, means simply B is directly proportional to the bond length or the R square. But same case is not observed in the non-rigid rotator. The value will be either increasing or the decreasing. So as many times it happens, as V increasing J, B will be decreasing. So see here, the spacing between lines is less as compared to the rigid rotor. So see here, spacings are given. These are for the rigid molecule: 0, twice B, 4B, 6B. This is the separation between two energy levels, and when we take the non-rigid rotator, the separation will be decreasing as we are going to increase the J value. So here the energy levels are being closely spaced as compared to the rigid rotor. So such a type of the transitions will be observed in case of the non-rigid rotator. Then we have to calculate the change in energy of the excited state and the ground state. So that they have given us one equation. Small Ej is equal to Bj into J plus 1. This is the equation to find out the rotational energy. And when there are the small forces are present, then the terms are included like this: dj square in bracket j plus 1 bracket square plus hj cube in bracket j plus 1 cube plus kj raised to 4 in bracket j plus 1 bracket raised to 4 per centimeter. Here b, d, h and k are the force constant, or you can say that they are the centrifugal distortion constant, but h and k are very small as compared to b and d, so they are neglected. And the selection rule for the rotational spectroscopy is a delta J is equal to plus minus 1. So that just consider the general transitions which occurs from ground state J to the excited state J plus 1. So we are going to find out the change in energy of the excited state minus energy of the ground state. So that can be denoted by the mu bar J. So it is equal to, so just in this equation initially we have to put in the place of J plus 1, and then we can write for the next term J is equal to J. So after putting all the values, equation will be written as B in bracket J plus 1 in another bracket J plus 1 plus 1 minus Bj into J plus 1. So here we have written J is equal to J plus 1, and here we have written J is equal to J for the ground state. So energy of the higher state minus energy of the ground state for this first term. Same way we have to write for the second term. D in bracket J plus 1 bracket square in bracket J plus 1 bracket square minus Dj square in bracket J plus 1 bracket square. So this is the equation, and we have to simplify this equation. After simplifying this equation, we will get finally this equation: twice b in bracket J plus 1 minus 4d in next bracket J plus 1 bracket raised to cube. So this is the change in energy in the centimeter cube. Now we have to find out the d value or the omega bar value. So see here we have used this equation to find out the d value. So we will see here. D helps us to find out the vibrational frequency of a diatomic molecule. So consider the HF molecule. So just rewrite the equation of the distortion constant or the centrifugal distortion constant, that is capital D, which is equal to 4b cube divided by omega bar square, and omega bar square is equal to 4b cube divided by D. So omega bar square is equal to 16.33 into 10 raised to 6 per centimeter square for the HF molecule, and by taking square root of this we will get the value of omega bar or the vibrational frequency, and that value for the HF molecule is 4050 per centimeter. Same way we can calculate the force constant. See here, force constant equation is written K is equal to 4 pi square omega bar square is C square mu. Here omega bar is the vibrational frequency, C is the velocity of light, and mu is the reduced mass. So just put all the values in this equation, and we will find out lastly the value of the force constant K is equal to 960 Newton per meter. So by this way, when we know the two values, either B, omega bar, or D, we will calculate the third value.